Bielsa really wants out of them. He wants a much more direct approach, as we see Crespo with his new hairdo.
Throw in on the near side.
For the United States, Phil, for my money, they need to pressurize this Argentine
Prospect developed by Bradley, both part of the 05 Maccabea game squad. Not quite the same, but Bornstein back when he was an attacker then. Coming out of UCLA, a couple of goals. So you asked earlier off camera where the speed was, and in all honesty at this point it's the outside backs for the U.S. They might be quite busy tracking back today.
You see
win
Zanetti,
on one side, Born on the other.
Zanetti always given the office to push up.
Messi.
Beyond Messi. Beautiful football.
Messi to Veron, back for Messi, standing him up and shot.
What Bradley's come here for, so on that level, Bradley's came here playing his 4-4-2, which is a change from the regular 4-5-1 that was successful in the Gold Cup. Much of the time, so it's a bit of a change up for Bob.
Ball dropped back and a chance now for Ayala.
Big pressure, as we said, from Feilhaber and Clark. Screening that back four, they are going to be crucial for anything positive that the United States get going.
Hansa into the middle. It's Riquelme. What a glorious return to Boca Juniors he had. Ball back from Crespo. Messi into the area. Pass win. Chip to the middle. Cleared away at the last moment.
Spectacular player. Doesn't have the great physique, but wonderful. Focused player. True professional and a good communicator alongside the merit.
And they were pointing out, well, you're taking on Messi and Crespo and Riquelme. Well, people kind of forget he was taking on guys like Yellen Reed, World Cup 2010. Riquelme off to the near side. Hansa drops it back. Look how deep Crespo is coming. Launched forward up the middle. Chance for Johnson. Into the box. Johnson pushed down from behind. Penalty. Johnson with the whistle. 12 yards away. Upsets have been the story in this tournament. The United States has the lead. Goal!
If they're going to have a hope to settle down, the first goal would be enormous. Well, they've got it, Phil. Let's see if the United States keep playing as bravely as they have.
Riquelme pulled down.
With this goal ahead, because of pace and precision, you'd like it 5 more yards in. Look, this to be a dish serve.
Chips it in, back post, deflected, touched loose, and buried. Loose inside the 6, and it's Crespo who ties the score at 1. Beautiful deception by Argentina.
A wonderful rehearsal.
In a game like this, 14th minute.
Such an impressive start, though, by the United States in the opening going.
Demerit forward. Twellman, was it a handball? Play on. On the left, we've seen map left and right.
That's great. That's tremendous by the United States. And Bradley giving the young boys that freedom to exchange positions, fill in for each other defensively once they do exchange.
And keep Argentina guessing. Ball launched in, deflected.
A little bit more showing for the ball, a little bit more urgency even. If he's dropping back a little bit because it's Eddie that's leading that line high for the United States, swapping it sometimes with Taylor.
Put on over to Messi, dropping it back.
But you'd like to see some of these chances where the United States gets
Argentina's hopes.
Yeah, right. Abadazio. was absolutely superlative in the World Cup.
Cambiasso near side. Riquelme can't find an opening. Back for Heinze. Now tied against what many will call the U.S. C squad. Remember back in Argentina, they were saying, watch out, beware. Off to the near side. Heinze gets around Marvel Wynn, whose recovery was amazing. Cambiasso again over to Verón. He's open. Verón from 25. Off the woodwork. I think Keller might have got a finger to it.
I'm not so sure. Maybe he did.
Tie to Guatemala. This is Argentina.
And it's a fully stopped Argentina, Phil. This isn't anything like a diluted.
It would be Cambiasso or maybe Mascherano, but
no,
now the question is it going to be Pablito Aimar?
Well, they need a concentration by the United States again defending, but now look at them to start. Starting to fall back a little bit too deep now.
Messi, pass Johnson, splits the defense. Messi in the 18, shot near post, but he missed the post. Gabby Milito pushing it forward. Now it's Verón off to the flank. Vicious bounce for Messi. Messi freezes Gavin. Some fresh legs on that far side. Messi to the inside. Pass off for Riquelme. Riquelme back to Messi. Messi splits it through. Crespo rolls it home. He slows the pace and freezes Keller and puts Argentina. Gabby Milito pushing it forward. Now it's Verón off to the flank. Vicious bounce for Messi. Messi freezes Gavin. Some fresh legs on that far side. Messi to the inside. Pass off for Riquelme. Riquelme back to Messi. Messi splits it through. Crespo rolls it home. He slows the pace and being built for 2010. But here in 2007, they're giving Argentina all they can handle. This is an important few minutes. They need to slow this giant in the attack. Ball slips through. It's Messi again. There comes Bornstein and Demerit to clean it up. Tackle. Back for Roman. Switches field near side. Crespo soft roll, expecting the run from Aimar. Keeps it alive for Verón. Shot just wide. Keller had the angle. From Zanetti. Back for Riquelme. It's a game of keep away right now. Argentina would like to score again, but they don't need to. Verón. Switch far side, onside Crespo. Valdenito pushed down the line in the overlap for Heinze. Heinze drops it through. Diving header! Golazo! Pablito Aimar has put a third on the board with a cannon head.
Second one by the brilliance of Riquelme and Messi again. And then that goal was probably the best of the three.
Ball bounces away. Demerit pushing it forward, away from Feilhaber though, and Argentina gets it again. Starting to string the passes together, and on the break it's Tevez, rolls it near post, a thing of beauty. Carlos Tevez
keeps himself brilliantly onside. We think he looks as if he's in an ocean of his life. The ex-Boca Juniors player, wonderful slot home. He's onside just.
Mentioned the Crespo goal. Keller was so worried about the near post, but this time he left it open. Getting tangled up with Gago, who came in for Verón, so the third and final sub brings the Real Madrid.
As you said, Phil, this team certainly look every bit as good as half of the teams that we've seen in this tournament so far.
Into the final minutes we go, 2 to be added on. Something else, high-scoring affair so far. 22 goals through the first 6 matches.
Yeah, well, let me tell you something. You're right, Phil. The quantity of the goals has been there, but we've seen some pretty shabby goals. The 4 that have been stuck by the United States, I'll defy anybody to say there wasn't 4 better goals in this whole tournament.
Here's Bornstein again. And there's Zanetti. 91st minute, and he's still on top of his game. And that's something that the U.S. is learning. You learn by watching. The U.S. let their guard down once, and Argentina put the dagger to the throats. See if these guys can do it later when they are in command. Here's Aymar. He was the one that seemed to change this game. When Aymar came in for Cambiaso, things started to flow more Argentina's way. Mascherano near side. Zanetti to the middle. Final